Have you heard of a woman whose voice could move the world, and a man whose words could build an empire? A girl from Houston who turned her dreams into anthems, and a boy from Brooklyn who transformed hardship into legacy. She rose in the spotlight. He fought in the shadows. Two lives, separated by distance, struggle, and time, yet destined to meet at the crossroads of greatness. Beyoncé wasn't handed the crown, she earned it through discipline and vision. Jay-Z wasn't born into power, he built it, one lyric at a time. She became a symbol of strength. He became the voice of resilience. But together, they became a force the world had never seen. This is not just a love story, it's the rise of two icons who turned adversity into influence and created a legacy far beyond music. This is Beyoncé. This is Jay-Z. And this is the journey of two legends who changed everything, together. Sean Corey Carter was born on December 4, 1969, in the rough neighborhood of Marcy Projects, Brooklyn, New York. Raised by his mother Gloria Carter after his father abandoned the family, Jay-Z's early life was marred by poverty, street violence, and drug dealing. The streets became his education, and rap became his outlet. With a lyrical genius far beyond his age, Jay-Z began freestyling and eventually adopted the stage name Jay-Z, partially in homage to his mentor Jay-Z. Rejected by major labels, he co-founded Rockefeller Records in 1995. In 1996, he dropped his debut album Reasonable Doubt, now a classic. From there, his rise was meteoric. He released multi-platinum albums like The Blueprint, The Black Album, and American Gangster, establishing himself not just as a rapper, but a cultural icon. Beyond music, Jay-Z became a mogul, co-founding Rocawear, investing in Tidal, Dus, Ace of Spades, and becoming a partial owner of the Brooklyn Nets. He epitomized the phrase, "from rags to riches." In the other hand, Beyoncé Giselle Knowles was born on September 4, 1981, in Houston, Texas. From a young age, she radiated talent. Her parents, Matthew and Tina Knowles, supported her dream as she competed in talent shows and school performances. At just 9 years old, she became the lead singer of a girl group that eventually became Destiny's Child. With hits like Say My Name, Survivor, and Bootylicious, Beyoncé led the group to international fame. But her vision was always bigger. In 2003, she launched her solo career with Dangerously in Love, winning 5 Grammy Awards and cementing herself as a solo powerhouse. Over the years, Beyoncé evolved from pop princess to cultural queen, blending music, visual art, and activism in works like Lemonade, Black is King, and Homecoming. She created Parkwood Entertainment, starred in films like Dreamgirls and The Lion King, and launched fashion lines like Ivy Park. She was more than a singer, she was a movement. Their worlds collided in the early 2000s. Beyoncé was already a rising star after Destiny's Child. Jay-Z, a rap mogul with street wisdom and business acumen. They first collaborated on 03 Bonnie v. Clyde in 2002, an instant hit, but the real spark was off the mic. Their chemistry was undeniable. He was 12 years older, quiet but confident. She was shy, yet fierce. They kept it private. No tabloids. No labels. Just time. Their second collaboration, Crazy in Love in 2003, became a cultural explosion, and an unofficial declaration. They weren't just making hits. They were building something deeper. No flashy announcements. Just music, moments, and mystery. Behind the scenes, love was quietly growing between two people who were used to being misunderstood, until they found understanding in each other. For years, Beyoncé and Jay-Z kept their love out of the spotlight. No interviews. No red carpets. Just glances, lyrics, and silence. In an industry obsessed with exposure, they chose mystery. They traveled together, supported each other's tours, and appeared subtly in each other's music. But they spoke through their art, not the media. Behind the scenes, they were growing, individually and as a couple. She released her solo debut, Dangerously in Love. He dropped the Black Album. Each dominated charts. Yet love remained their quiet center. In April 2008, after 6 years of privacy, they got married in a small, private ceremony. No press, no spectacle, just family, flowers, and forever. It wasn't perfect. But it was theirs. They weren't just stars in love. They were partners, building something the world could feel, but never fully see. They were music royalty, untouchable, admired, envied. But even kings and queens bleed. In 2014, the world watched a private moment explode, Solange Knowles, Beyoncé's sister, physically confronting Jay-Z in an elevator after the Met Gala. No explanation. Just leaked footage and millions of questions. Then in 2016, Beyoncé released Lemonade. It was more than an album, it was a revelation. Through visuals and lyrics, she told the story of a woman betrayed. He only want me when I'm not there / he better call Becky with the good hair. It was clear, Jay-Z had cheated. The world waited for his response. In 2017, he released 444, his rawest album ever. On the title track, he confessed. I apologize, often womanize. I never wanted another woman to know / something about me that you didn't know. He admitted to infidelity, emotional distance, and nearly losing the love of his life. You did what with who / what good is a ménage à trois when you have a soulmate? But they didn't separate. They went to therapy. They had hard conversations. They rebuilt trust from scratch. What nearly destroyed them became the fire that refined them. Their love was no longer flawless, it was honest. And in that honesty, they became stronger than ever. From pain, they built power. After rebuilding their marriage, Beyoncé and Jay-Z stepped into a new chapter, not just as artists, but as the Carters, a united force of love, influence, and legacy. In 2012, they welcomed their first child, Blue Ivy Carter. Her birth symbolized a new era, family first. Blue would go on to win a Grammy at just 9 years old, becoming a symbol of the next generation's brilliance. In 2017, they welcomed twins, Rumi and Sir Carter, after Beyoncé had suffered multiple miscarriages, an experience she later shared, quietly but powerfully, as part of her healing. Beyond music, they built an empire. Beyoncé launched Ivy Park, headlined Coachella, and made history as the most awarded female in Grammy history. Jay-Z became hip-hop's first billionaire, owning stakes in Tidal, Armand de Brignac, Roc Nation, and more. Together, they released a joint album, Everything Is Love, declaring their unity to the world. They raised a family. Built generational wealth. Gave back through activism. And did it all while protecting their peace. They are no longer just performers. They are architects of culture, together. As their fame grew, so did their mission. Beyoncé and Jay-Z used their voices for more than music, they became champions of Black excellence, justice, and generational change. Beyoncé's 2016 Super Bowl performance paid tribute to the Black Panthers, boldly confronting racism. Her homecoming set at Coachella honored HBCUs, Black culture, and history with unmatched precision. Through her Bay Good Foundation, she supported everything from hurricane relief to scholarships for Black students. Jay-Z created the Sean Carter Foundation, supporting youth education and prison reform. In 2019, he launched Team ROC to fight wrongful convictions and injustice in policing. He partnered with the NFL to push for social change, sparking debate, but staying firm in his purpose. In 2019, they were honored at the GLAAD Awards for their support of the LGBTQ+ community. And in 2020, they received the NAACP President's Award for their humanitarian efforts. Together, they don't just speak, they act. Quietly funding bail for protesters. donating millions to justice initiatives, shifting conversations with both art and action. Their power goes far beyond charts. It's in their courage to stand for something greater. Today, Beyoncé and Jay-Z stand not just as artists, but as a living legacy. They've won countless awards, broken every chart, and built a billion-dollar empire, but their greatest achievement is how they did it, together, through silence and storms, music and healing. They live quietly now, raising Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir with intention and protection. They rarely do interviews. They let their work speak. Their life is rooted in privacy, purpose, and impact. Each new project is more than entertainment, it's a statement. A movement. Beyoncé's renaissance redefined artistry again. Jay-Z continues to invest in young creators and justice reform. Together, they lift others as they rise. They are not perfect, but they are proof that greatness isn't just born, it's built. Through love, loss, forgiveness, and faith. Their story is still unfolding. But one thing is clear. The world may never see a duo like them again.
Hey, thanks for watching this amazing story, and welcome to Video Biographer, where every life has a story and every story deserves to be told. If you believe that every person has a journey worth knowing, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss a life story that could inspire or inform you. Ready to explore more? Choose one of the videos on your screen and discover a life that you should know about. This is Video Biographer, where stories live and life speak. See you in my next video. If there's a life story you'd like me to cover, drop your suggestion in the comments. Until then, stay blessed and take care.